Back with more Angel. This is episode 22 of season 3, the season finale. I can't believe we're here. It feels like yesterday that I watched Darla staking herself, and here we are. What's that, 13 or so episodes later? This season's flown by. I've absolutely loved it, so I can't wait to see how they're going to wrap things up with this finale. Hopefully it's going to be a good one, and how they're going to set up season 4 as well. Lots to kind of juggle at the minute, with the whole Holtz-Connor mess, and Holtz has framed Angel for his death. Justine got involved in that. Wesley's still very much away from the group and being tempted by Lila and Wolfram Hart, I think, and that makes me nervous. And yeah, there's a lot, and I'm very, very excited to see what they're going to do with this finale, because I've really enjoyed the last few episodes kind of building up to this, and the whole Connor arc I think has been really cool. So I'm excited to see what season 3 is going to do to kind of, close the chapter, I guess. And then we'll have 2 seasons left. Madness. 66 reactions, here we are. But yeah, it's been quite a ride with season 3. For the most part, a hugely kind of successful set of episodes, I'd say, and really, really good stuff. There's barely been any episodes I've been like, eh. So that's kind of incredible for a 22 season run. So hopefully this finale holds up as well. And yeah, very, very hyped. So let's get into it.
Though it is not true, Machna, it is very close to the real thing.
So it's Machna.
Please.
I'll stick to my cider.
Oh, you wish to have sex?
What? No! Shh!
I was proposing a massage of your schlug tea.
It didn't happen here.
Here what?
Good. So, how did it go? I'm so happy for you.
Yes, it is a happy day.
Oh, great. Meanwhile...
This didn't have to happen.
No, you didn't have to shove the thing into his neck, did you?
He's gonna hate me.
No, he's not.
Well, he already does, if that helps.
He's gonna love you.
How do you know?
Because you're you. You have the biggest and best heart of anyone I've ever known. He's a smart kid. He'll figure it out.
Make out.
You're really...
Aren't I?
Leaving. On the midnight train to Georgia. Actually, it's
No.
the 9:18 flight to Vegas. It's time to move on.
No, I refuse.
Because of... You may rise again. You said you'd do anything for me.
Huh?
And forgive me.
Oh, man. Oh. Oh, he's just going to cut off the hair, isn't he? Lovely.
Mind if I join you?
On many levels of great intensity.
Now, my people will be rooting for Slaughter. And your people... Sorry, your former people... They won't know what to do if things turn
She
sour.
likes driving that point home, doesn't she?
What was it like when she cut you?
You're terribly anxious to find out.
Oh. It makes sense. Holtz was always one step ahead. Ha!
He's gonna have questions. Like, what do you do with a woman's schlug tea?
You and your vampire hearing! Next time you
Sorry, Gru, but they are adorable.
We'll give it a try.
Could you have said that any more evilly? My goodness. You might as well have looked in the camera and gone, we'll give it a try.
I want to learn to be like you.
So he can beat you, because he knows how you fight.
Might be a thing or two that I could show you.
Eh?
Vampire. You're a vampire. You're not a cat.
Oh my god.
Bystander.
Adorable.
I am not the one you love. He is. Well, hey, I thought I'd stop by and say arrivederci, Angel here. You're really going. I'm really going.
No.
I don't be. Here, I got you a little something to remember me by.
Oh my god.
But the way you feel about Cordelia is pretty much exactly how she feels about you.
I love Angel.
You did the right thing, buddy. Much as it sucks. Bye-bye!
You emptied the jumbo tub?
Really first.
I love this woman.
Same.
It's just make believe.
Oh, that one isn't.
How'd they do that?
This might be the best 4D movie ever. Oh, you pricks.
Threaten me with sharp objects, but don't let me go. Drive! Drive!
Well, that went well for you.
Okay. We should probably both get Stay away from my father.
Oh my.
I'm not your enemy.
Hmm.
We can help you, Stephen.
Hmm.
My name is Connor.
Oh, but he's just pretending, isn't he? To get close to him. Ah,
Let's go.
this should be wholesome, but it's just painful. Oh.
I don't feel. Whoa. Maybe on some level I've always known it's true.
What the fuck?
It's all gonna be alright. It is? Really?
Was that a vision? Is that like the future?
Thanks for the tip.
I got it.
Oh boy.
He's whistling.
What's gonna go wrong?
Well, it sort of depends on how you feel.
About what?
Well, about me.
Oh.
Could you meet me tonight?
He'd do more than meet you.
We'll meet there. About an hour?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes!
Okay.
Yes.
Good. Okay then. We'll do that.
Oh boy. It's not gonna go right, because it's Angel, but
I have to go out for a while, son. With Cordelia?
hell yeah.
You gonna be alright? She's beautiful. And she cares about you. I like her.
Same. Oh, but it's just not, it's not real.
It's really happy.
Oh yeah, don't get too happy.
But not perfectly happy, I hope.
Well, Cordelia's seen Angela's first hand, you know, so...
You know that sinking feeling you sometimes get the morning after?
You didn't bang Lila, did you? You banged Lila.
Left early.
What are you doing?
A little bit.
Oh no.
Don't be thinking about me when I'm gone.
I wasn't thinking about you when you were here.
Fuck. Damn.
So, your former boss has a soul. And you're losing yours. Well, you just knew all over, aren't you?
Well, he hasn't got much else he can lose at the minute, so... Okay, well... Not the best phrasing, but I didn't see that coming. See, I can't even enjoy this, because it's gonna go wrong. So I can't let anyone be happy. And sometimes that's a detriment, I think.
Oh no. No, not now.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Oh, shit.
What are you doing here? We're family, and I want to show you how I feel about that.
Oh no. Shit! What a mess.
Don't be
Oh, you.
frightened. You've become a higher being.
Well, I could have told you that.
The glowy thing.
Which you used well. To fight evil and heal Connor.
And only that one time as a nightlight. Bad dreams. And when you say I've outgrown this level, it sort of implies.
You're moving on to a new one.
Yeah.
Now I'm really scared.
Oh, Jesus. Careful with that thing in water. Well done, Justine. You have a boat. You're so badass. You're so cool.
I'm in love. With Angel.
Oh, it's the vision.
This is the last test, isn't
I'll fail it. Oh no.
He's lying.
You'd know, Justine.
She knows it.
I know it's right. I know somehow it's all gonna be alright.
Better be. Is she leaving as well?
No idea.
What is happening? This is like the end of Shrek. What's going on?
I love you. Never forget that.
Oh. Dumping him like trash when you're the trash, Justine. At least they gave him a window. I mean, if a nice fish swims by. You guys suck. Imagine if it just floats. How stupid would you feel? Okay, it's not floating.
Where'd everybody go?
She's being abducted by aliens. Angel's in a coffin with the fishes. Lorne's in Vegas. Gru, I don't know. I have many thoughts, and they're all thoughts of frustration. Oh man, she goes up, he goes down. Down where it's wetter. Bloody hell. Well. Why could nothing ever go right? Why do I bother? Why do I get invested? Never ends well. Oh man. Just one couple could be happy and still be interesting, you know? Please. Yes, we have Fred and Gunn, they're like the only hope we have right now. And even then, I imagine the first scene of season 4 is going to be like, oh, we need a break. Because everyone's gone and we're too stressed. Because that's just the kind of thing these vindictive little shows do. Man, so annoying. Okay, a really good finale overall, pretty good stuff. It didn't have like the epic scale I think that we've had in like previous ones, but I don't think you need that for a finale as long as it kind of ties everything up well. And we certainly got some setup for season 4, that's for sure, because Angel's at the bottom of the ocean. So last time my characters I really loved ended up at the bottom of the ocean, it was Ends of S.H.I.E.L.D. and that didn't end particularly well. That caused a lot of angst, so I look forward to that. Oh man. Don't know what they're going to do with that. Maybe like the season 4 premiere is going to be like, oh, Angel's gone, everyone's gone, let's save them. I feel like Fred and Gunn will need to like get Wesley involved maybe to help them, because he's like the only one I'll be able to contact right now. I don't know, but there's a lot they can do. So I'm excited to see what season 4 is going to bring in terms of that. And they seem to have Connor be like a villain. And I hope that doesn't carry on for too much of season 4, because I do want to see father and son bonding. And if the show doesn't give that to me, I'll be like, ugh. How many times do we have to do, oh, the parent and child don't get along thing? You know, I don't want that again. We have enough of that in the Buffyverse as it is, more like this on top of that, and this was such a huge part as well. And what would Darla say, you know? What would Darla, with part of her soul restored, say? She's probably watching this like, oh, what the fuck? I didn't stake myself for this. Anyway, yeah, pretty solid finale overall. I did enjoy it. I think it tied up some themes pretty well for the season, and sets up a lot of interesting stuff for season 4. I don't know how I feel about all the setup, to say. I don't know how I feel about the Cordelia thing. The Wesley and Lila thing's kind of bizarre. The fact that they kind of hooked up, and I imagine that's going to be more of a thing maybe next season. Otherwise it felt a bit random if they just have sex in the finale and that's it. So I feel like that's going to be a big part of next season, and maybe Wesley continues to be tempted by both Lila and Wolfram and Hart. So that could be a thing for him, to give him a story, since he hasn't really had much of one since he got disconnected from the main group. And then some people are just fucked off. I hope it's not the last we've seen of Lorne and Cordelia though. I feel like there's more to do with Cordelia. I feel like we're definitely going to see her again. If we don't, I'll be pissed. And same with Lorne. He's gone to Vegas, but I hope we get him back at some point. You know, even like the odd guest appearance. I hope that's just not the last we see of him. So I thought we could get like a Lorne-centric one or something a bit more, but we haven't really gotten that this season. We've had some great Lorne moments, but I don't know if we've had like a big like Lorne-focused storyline. That would have been really cool to see. I know he's not main cast, but he has been around a lot. He's just kind of been there though, so I don't know. But it's kind of a shame if he's just gone. So I hope we see him again, because it provides some nice kind of moments and levity and stuff like that. And I really like that, you know, Connor's attitude did kind of get to him and kind of played a part in him deciding to leave. And I get it. That must have been tough, especially because, like you said, he like really loved that baby. It's like, oh, sad stuff. But hopefully we see him again. And then Gru kind of coming to his senses a bit and realising he needs to do the right thing, and that worked out well, didn't it? But I did like that he kind of was the bigger person about it and said, you know, this is how you're feeling. I'm going to give you that space to be with Angel if you want. So yeah, I feel bad for the guy. He's grown on me a bit in the last like 3 or 4 episodes. Still not a favourite, but they managed to do a bit more with him. They gave him a bit more complexity, I think. So I appreciate his decision. It felt right. It did kind of feel like that situation where she just wasn't into him. Kind of like a Buffy and Riley kind of thing, I think. But yeah, I guess that's that. I feel like his story's done, maybe. But they could have just carried on with Cordelia like being in denial about her feelings for Angel and then didn't even bring Gru back at all. But they did, so what can you do? But regardless, I did enjoy his kind of decision and coming to his senses with that. And then Angel and Cordelia, they were just taking those steps. So close. So it's kind of cool that they were very open at the end there and they were going to meet, but then everything went wrong, and that was that feeling of dread throughout the whole episode where you couldn't even enjoy those moments with Connor and Angel like bonding, or Connor like calling himself Connor and protecting his dad and stuff, because you knew he had an ulterior motive because of like the opening parts, and he thought that Angel killed Holt and everything. Oh man, I think that's my big kind of complaint, is that even in like some happy moments and scenes, because of what we already knew and because of what we know from the Buffyverse shows, I couldn't really enjoy them. So it would have been nice to like enjoy those moments with Angel and Connor, and then the twist comes and like, I know you killed my father or something. Could have opened like the end of the last episode or something, or he's like sad about Holt. You start this episode, you're like, no, you're lying, Justine, and then it goes, and then we get that reveal that he actually did kind of go back on it, and he actually was believing that Angel killed Holt, and then we get that twist, and then I could have enjoyed those father-son bonding scenes, but I just couldn't. So I couldn't really kind of get that interested in enjoyment out of it, because I knew it was all false. Otherwise, I'd be like really into that stuff, and so happy that Angel and Cordelia were kind of open about their feelings and everything. But it's Angel, and it's a Buffyverse show, so you know it's not going to work out. You know it's going to go wrong, because I couldn't even enjoy that. And I think that just caused a bit of a disconnect for me, for the most part. I think that's like my big complaint. Because I don't know why. I think, for me, it's a misconception that couples have to be going through shit and have to be like kept apart to be interesting. I don't believe that at all. Monica and Chandler from Friends is the best example. You know, they got together, they stayed together. They had a bit of a wobble, yeah. But for the most part, you know, for what, like half the entire series, they were together, they were happy, they were interesting, they were funny. And it annoys me a bit when you feel like, oh, characters can't stay together and be happy. That's a bit annoying. Luckily, we haven't had any more of problems with Fred and Gunn after episode 18. So they've kind of just been together and content. So there were some wholesome scenes with those two and interactions there. So I appreciated that, at least we have something there. But it does grate on me a bit. I feel like couples can be together and interesting. But that's clearly not a vision or kind of conception that the Buffyverse agrees with. So I kind of have to make peace with that, I guess. Because it literally doesn't end well for any single couple, particularly with this season of Angel and compared with this season of Buffy as well. Like, no couples can be happy. And you know what's really not interesting? If every single couple fails and goes wrong and breaks up or whatever. I think that's boring because they've all done exactly the same thing. But I guess that's one thing with the Buffyverse I don't quite gel with. So that kind of took me out of like a lot of the episode because I was just like, well, it's not going to end well because this is all fake. But regardless, there is some kind of interesting stuff there, and I do have hope that Connor will find out the truth. And I liked what Angel was saying to him just before they chucked him in the sea, yeeted him into the ocean. He's saying, you know, you're going to find out the truth, and it's okay. You know, I forgive you. I love you. You're my son. I loved everything like that. He wanted to make sure that Connor knew that. And how Angel's going to get out of that situation, how the hell they're going to find him, I don't know. Maybe a giant magnet. They're just going to get a giant magnet, put it over the ocean, and then eventually, boom, we found Angel's coffin. I don't know. All the nails were just going to fly up. And we found him. Maybe. I don't know. I'd be very surprised if the solution to that is a giant magnet. Giant fuck-off magnet. But we'll see. You never know. But yeah, Cordelia ascending as well. Seeing Skip again. That was unexpected. But it was just like, oh, why now? I guess because it was a way, because she realised who the man she really loved was, so that's like the final test for the powers that be to make her ascend to a higher being. And she is a higher being, it's fair. But, I don't know, it seems weird. I think I'll have to see where they go with that storyline. I don't know if it's just a way of writing her out, or if they are going to continue it. I feel like they need to continue it, otherwise you haven't really tied the story closed on Cordelia and Angel, you know, if they were going to. So I felt there was more to that. So I'll have to see what they do with it. So right now I don't exactly know what they could do with that story to make it interesting and appealing to me, because she's not going to be with like the rest of the group. And I don't want like another Wesley situation, especially because we've had Cordelia break up with Xander and Buffy, and then she was away from the main group and she barely did anything. I hope that doesn't happen again. I hope they've kind of learned from that, but we'll see. I don't know about that. I don't know how I feel, because I have no idea where they could be going with that. So until then I can't really pass judgment, but it was odd. But we'll see what happens. And maybe it's going to be a really cool thing that they do. And yeah, hopefully Lorne comes back. I mean, Connor, you know, he's got the wrong end of the stick, so you can kind of understand his point of view and that he wants to revenge Holt and everything, because that's like his father. But Justy is just so annoying and manipulative, and I hope Connor finds out the truth sooner rather than later, because that would, if they drag that on, I'd be like, oh, give me a break, God give me strength. So yeah, she's still around, I guess. They work together, fine, whatever. You've got a boat, aren't you badass? Ugh, get in the bin. So not thrilled with those two at the minute, so we'll see what happens with them next season. I imagine we'll get a bit more of that. Hopefully that partnership can kind of fall apart. I did enjoy Wolfram and Hart interrupting the movie. That was kind of funny. Connor's little line, like, how did they do that when the helicopter came up? But again, it just kind of fed into this Connor pretending to care about Angel. So I was like, But it was kind of nice to see that evil boss guy from Wolfram and Hart be told and put in his place once again. Because I always do enjoy that with those guys. But yeah, the Wesley and Lila situation. Wesley has some very funny lines with Lila in this one. I do actually really like that dynamic with those two, so I'm actually quite excited to see them hopefully explore a bit more of that next season. Otherwise it was a bit of a random hookup, so there must be more to that. But I'm actually, of everything that's been presented to me in the finale, I think I'm most hyped about the Wesley and Lila connection and where they could go with that, honestly. Because it was kind of surprising. That was like one of the only surprises to me in the episode. So it's like, oh, let's see where that goes. And it's a surprise that actually does intrigue me, as opposed to I'm confused by the whole, where could they go with the Cordelia thing? Why have they chosen to do that? But again, that could easily surprise me next season. So yeah, very excited about that kind of side of things with those two and what that could mean. Wesley maybe joining Wolfram and Hart. I still don't know how I feel about that side of things, but the fact that it seems to be centered around Lila, I'm more on board with, because I really, really like Lila. I think this was Lila's best season for me. She's just great. I really love her. I think supporting character-wise, I think her and Lorne are probably my two favourite supporting characters we have on the show. So yeah, I'm happy that we're probably going to get a lot more of her. And yeah, overall, pretty solid finale, I would say. Again, there was kind of an emotional distance there for me, just because I knew what was going to happen, and I knew no one can ever be happy. So what's the point in getting excited about it? I think I'm slowly learning that, not to get too into couples, which is kind of a shame. It's kind of sad that we've gotten to a point where I'm almost being forced to try my best not to care, because it always ends badly. Like Waiting in the Wings, I got so into the idea of Cordelia and Angel, straight away, boom. I didn't even get like an episode or two of enjoyment before they take it away from me. They just took it away from me. And then it happened again here, in even less time. So, I don't know, maybe I'm just getting numb to that idea now. But I think Angel being trapped in the bottom of the ocean is interesting, I guess. I do like how Cordelia's like ascending and then Angel was descending. I think that's kind of a nice way of like ending the season, like paralleling those two and their journeys and everything. Because Holtz really wanted Angel to kind of suffer and lose everything and sink lower than he ever has before, and he quite literally did. So, well done, Holtz, I guess. I mean, you got burnt and murdered by Justine, head cut off apparently, so I guess he kind of won. Bittersweet. But, you know, the villain won, I guess, in terms of Holtz for now. But hopefully Connor will see the error of his ways sooner rather than later. But I am excited to see what they could do with that. So yeah, good finale to an excellent season. I've really loved season 3. Obviously I'll talk about it in a lot more detail in my season 3 review when we get to that. But first I have a season of Buffy to finish, so my next reaction will be to Buffy. And yeah, I'm going to be making a hell of a lot of notes on this season. We'll see how long this is going to be. Movie length again, almost certainly, but who knows. But yeah, that is season 3 of Angel. I can't believe we are done. Madness. It feels like a completely different season when we have like Darla in it. You know, it's been so long since her sacrifice and everything. It's kind of felt like so much has happened since then, and the whole Wesley thing. Whew. Well, anyway, I can talk a lot more about that in my review when we get to that. But first we're going to be finishing off Buffy season 6. So it's another season of Angel in the can. 3 down, 2 to go. 44 episodes left of the show. Lots more time to pain me and hurt me. So we'll see what happens with that. But an excellent season and a really solid finale, I think, to end on, which is kind of all I could ask for. And some very intriguing setups for season 4. Because whether or not I'm like overly happy with these developments or not, I am intrigued by them. I think that's all I need to be right now, because I don't know where they're going to go with it. So, exciting. And yeah, that's season 3. Good finale. And until my next reaction, thanks for watching.